Hello, welcome to today's session. We've got Camarillo levels laid out for the day. It's Tuesday the 17th of October, and what we're looking for is there's no clear setup for the day, so we're very close to opening on the close. We're opening now, so we're going to hopefully push down perhaps into the pivot, maybe see some rejection there. Ideal situation is get all the way down to the breakout short or the S1. Now if we have a quick look, so it's just tapped the Bollinger Band, it's not really accepting just yet. Hopefully we can see it go all the way down. A lot of selling there. That could be a limit order there, that 97. And then a lot of buying, taking it back up. But ideal situation, look, we don't really want to get in here based on the levels. Based on the footprint, maybe, but that could be more selling coming in. We really want it to get down further. So down to this purple level at the very least. This kind of activity here, that's a lot of buying there. It would be very tempting. We've got some activity over here around this price range as well. Just love to see a proper push down before we get in long though. Here we go. A little bit further, and we're just looking for an indication to turn us back around. Perhaps this was it, just a little higher, and then we've kind of popped down a little further. I think we might go a little bit further down, but it's very tempting to get long and target this close gap. We're, say, 26 points away. If you had a tight stop, because if it breaks this level, we're probably going to get right down to the S1. So very tempting to get long if you were going to trade today. And it looks like it's kind of panning out. You'd probably be break even at the moment if you were in. So it's just a matter of seeing how it all goes. Just waiting for it to play out. Now, for anyone new watching what I talk about, basically we lay out the Camarillo levels to get an insight into where price is likely to head, reach, turn around, that kind of thing, as a larger scale viewpoint. We do have a quick look over the moving averages and Bollinger Bands on the larger time frame. So we've had 3 down months in a row. We've kind of tapped the 20 moving average on the monthly, move down to the weekly, and just work our way down the time frames to get an indication of where we're sitting. So nothing too exciting on the weekly, other than we did a couple of weeks ago hit the lower Bollinger Band, which is a good indication we may head long from there, depending on the economic environment, of course. On the daily, nothing too exciting on the daily. We've had a couple of down days, up day, could be looking to head long to follow on from this candle as a turnaround. On the 4 hour, if we did get right down to the S3, we'd also hope, potentially be outside of this Bollinger Band as well. I'm just going to quickly check where we're at. I'm going to jump back. The issue with that is the Bollinger Band will probably head outside of the S3 at that point because of the movement. Now we're nearly at target, so not a perfect trade, but it's pretty good. It came within 2.5 points of a potential setup. Had a lot of activity around this volume here. Kind of spiked a little bit further and then gained traction. So we're just about, I'd be tempted to get out around these levels if we see any activity that looks like we're going to turn around on the footprint, because we've got all this pricing just below that. So just checking the footprint, I often personally get out too early. So, this is obviously just some insight into what I do, and often I do get out early. There is a lot of red happening there. It may continue up. So very good buy. Did exactly what we were hoping for. Aside from not going quite far enough, we could have got an entry on the futures around the 15,312 pretty safely and below. So it was kind of jumbling around here. We saw that there was a lot of limit orders and then followed by buying to take us up. And now it's really just powering up. So very nice trade today. Probably say here. So 26 points is the approximate entry and exit. If you did hold on and you're still in the trade, you're probably looking at about 36, 37 points. That looks like a big number there. I'm just going to try and zoom in. 31, probably a limit, and that's pushing us back down. So that red ask side order, 31, much bigger than all the other orders other than this one here. Potentially a limit order to push us back down. Whether that's going to stick or it's just a slight movement and a retracement, I'm not sure. But as far as I'm going, that would be me done for the day. It's a very good trade, very good setup, and I'd be pretty happy with that. Now we are reaching kind of the other side of the Bollinger Band on the 5 minute. We've got the top over here. And we're kind of retracing around this level. So, as I said, I do get out of trades a little bit early. But 26 points is still a great day. And if you get any more than that, so let's say we got in here, so add 4 points. So you're looking at almost 50 points on this trade. It's a beautiful setup. Spiked nicely down. So when we have enough momentum and the footprint then also gives us indication as to what is happening, there's big orders and then it kind of soaks up a bit of buying and then starts to turn around. It's just a really prime way to trade. So very nice session. Last week when I started doing these live sessions, it was a bit rough. It wasn't the best stuff going on. However, today's session was pretty good. So well done to anybody that did get onto that trade. For those who didn't, keep following along, because this is very much about educating the people that come along and help them understand both the Camarillo layout of each day along with reading the footprint. So we're combining a few techniques here that can hopefully give you a bit of an edge in the market along with all your other studies and efforts that you're putting in. As I said, trading's not easy, but that's why many of us love it, because it provides a challenge. We're just about to hit the high. I wonder if we'll see a bit of turning around, or it's a very bullish candle, so we may head straight through it. So again, if you're going to keep trading, it's about watching the footprint and seeing what's going on. So if you start to see a lot of selling coming in, like the 22, the 14, ideally we would have seen a bigger than 15, say, as a limit order, and then more selling to bring us down. But, the market's not going to make it too easy for us if it is the start of a sell. Anyway, guys, that's it for me today. Great trade for the day if you did get onto that. We're just tapping that high now. I'm just interested to see. if it does turn around or continue long. As I mentioned earlier, that first initial move where it kind of touched the pivot we saw on the footprint turn around, that's a really good setup, and there's no real need to keep having digs when you don't particularly know or have a strong opinion on the market. So here we come, it's selling off now. We didn't really see the limit order, but we had 15 and then 22 on this level, so 99 on the 370. So it'd be great to see if that was a whole heap of limit orders, and then we want to see a lot of green come in and push us down. But we'll see. We've closed the gap. It wasn't an incredible layout day, but what made it was the volatility at that opening bell for Germany. So that's it for today. Thanks so much. Please like and subscribe if you find this enjoyable and helpful, and we'll talk to you next time.